You're watching KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, we're checking in with the Crane and Pelican Cafe, where local flavor meets riverfront charm and shaking up a decadent Mississippi mudslide martini.
Yum. And the Figgy is about to glow up, literally. A new public art installation is lighting up the night, and we've got a sneak peek at the celebration plan to unveil the changes.
And later, we're in the midst of Mental Health Awareness Month. We'll sit down with NAMI Greater Mississippi Valley to learn more about a special concert shining the spotlight on mental health next weekend. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live. It is Thursday, May 8th. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kyle Keel.
I'm Morgan Otier. Lots to talk about today. This Mother's Day weekend, the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds is transforming into a vibrant celebration of creativity, community, and tradition.
Yes.
With the return of the Beaux Arts Fair.
Yes, it's been around for more than a half century, and now the fair has grown into one of the Midwest's most cherished art events, drawing thousands to Davenport each and every year, each and every season.
Yes.
So joining us today is Linda Harden. She's an artist and the president of the Beaux Arts Committee. Linda, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for being here today. You brought some pieces of artwork with you, which we're going to get to here momentarily. But let's talk about the tradition of the Beaux Arts Fair. What makes this fair so special for the Quad Cities?
Well, the tradition, we're over 70 years old, so that's something in itself. We're one of the longest running fairs in the state of Iowa, I think the second longest. Every year that I'm at the fair, and I'm usually working in the information booth or somewhere or wandering around, but people come and tell me all about their memories of the fair and coming with their family and when it was on the Putnam Hill, and it was, So we have set up this year a memory spot in our hospitality booth, and Emily, one of our new members, will be manning that, and you can tell Emily your memories and she'll record them. So because I think it's one of the things that sets us apart from some of the other events where we've persisted for so long.
We certainly have. Well, that's super special for people to be able to do that. So talk about over the years, especially the years that you have been involved or you've been going to the fair, how it has changed or evolved a little bit.
Well, a lot of changes. I came on board, they were downtown at the Figgy, stretching onto 2nd Street. And it's great, and I love the connection with the Figgy that way, but it's a little complicated too. The year that the Mississippi really cut loose and the HESCO barriers broke,
2019,
we were, in fact, we had canceled the fair. We're just in the process. And the fairgrounds said, hey, why don't you come out here? And we looked, and they have this nice, flat, level space.
They do,
Good space for it.
And some grassy area, and it's pretty there. It's some people don't think a fairgrounds is the right place for an art fair, but it's perfect for us.
Well, it's right in the name, fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds
Why not?
So obviously the fairgrounds busy this weekend with the Beaux Arts Fair. So this is just in time for Mother's Day, which typically the Spring Beaux Arts Fair falls on Mother's Day weekend. So describe the atmosphere for people coming, maybe with mom or grandma or multiple generations.
It's a very family-friendly event. The whole family comes, and we have expanded our creation stations this year with art for kids of all ages. So you can come and do a little leather work with Scott, not quite this elaborate.
And can you imagine?
All made of leather.
Better be ready
don't get your heart set on that.
More than 100 hours.
This was John's last winter project, he said. So. But we'll have a little thing that they can do, and some air dry clay that's fun to do in a paper project. They can make a little paper flower for mom if they want.
That is so nice.
Yeah, something simple but so sweet.
Yeah, that is very cool. Okay, so while we're on the subject, let's talk about some of the artists. Let's start with some of the items that you brought here today, including an item of your own. As we mentioned, you are an artist. You work with pottery.
Yep.
So you actually made this Mother's Day plate right here in front of us.
Yeah, I did. I like making plates. I've started doing it a couple years ago, and I just, I'm retired, so I just do what I want.
I'm just doing it. I love that. Perfect. Yes. Very cool.
Yeah, then we have this piece right here, which you were telling us.
Yes.
You just actually taught a class with it.
I taught a
at the Figge.
class at the Figge.
That's very cool.
And that's one thing that I noticed the people who come to our fair, we try to introduce them to artwork. It's one of the things I think our fair is all about. But also want to tell them about the Figge and what they can do there. I just taught a class on this, and I'm kind of jealous of the things that people did there. They they did a very nice
Lots
job and
of
had a lot of
artists.
fun.
Out-arting the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, artists in the making. So
Yeah.
we have these leather products here. This one being a purse, which if I can try
was very
and open.
surprised.
Yes, this is so cool.
It is neat. It's
Yeah.
got the little strap in there so you can strap it up.
yeah.
And this
wear it as
is,
a purse.
yeah, comes complete.
That is so cool. So tell us about this artist who I
Well,
believe is with us here in
this
the
is
studio.
John Kreider, and he picked up leatherworking during COVID, and now a lot of people
Wow.
picked up a hobby, and
They did, yeah.
pretty soon that hobby disappeared. But he has just
Stuck with it.
stuck with it and
Thrived. This
And
is
created
incredible.
this.
Yeah,
Work
fact
with
that it's
art.
all
this
leather is
is
crazy.
this is something amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it truly, truly is. Roughly how many vendors or booths can people expect? I know that there's plenty of room for it at the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have about 70, which is a nice.
Wow.
Because too much more than that, you get too worn out visually.
Overwhelmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we try to think of what people need. So we've got some picnic tables interspersed
Perfect.
in among it, and
Well, that way they can really enjoy the day too, because
Yeah.
there's food that's offered there. Oftentimes there's some performances and things like that, so people can really spend, more than just a short amount of time. You
Yeah.
can spend the day there,
Yeah.
really, and we're going to have nice days for it.
yes, it's. Thank you, weatherman. This is the
You're
best.
welcome.
This is,
I worked very hard.
this is really the best forecast we've had for many years.
Yeah, low humidity, sunshine, 80 degrees. I mean, what
Yeah.
more could you ask for this time of year?
Yeah,
right?
I won't be wearing my Minnesota boots.
It could be a toss-up in May.
really
You never
has-
know.
yeah.
No tornado warnings, no chance of showers. That keeps people away. you
Yeah,
know.
they get
And
worried.
the wind, it's really sad to see artists set up tents in the wind, because once in a while one will get,
It can wreak havoc.
they actually do cartwheels when they roll away.
The tents do, not the artists.
You're right.
Yeah, not the artist.
Maybe, but
I
yeah,
don't
hopefully the
think so.
tents.
And proceeds from this, they still, you guys still raise
This
money
all
for the Figge?
goes to the Figge
Wonderful.
Art Museum. We've
Yeah.
always been, the purpose of our committee is to raise funds for the Figge. So, and our revenue chain kind of starts and ends with the artists, because they pay for their space.
Right.
And so we're really nice to our artists. If you go, just thank them for being
nice,
here.
for being
They're
there and
helping our
paying for their
community.
spot, and really it's allowed free admission for the people that get to come
It
and
is. So
experience it. Yes.
we don't, and we've always had free admission, so we're happy to
Yeah.
have that. But
Awesome. Well, here's all the information for folks who are watching right now. You can visit the Bow Arts Fair this Saturday at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds from 1 to 5, and again on Sunday from 1 to 4. As we mentioned, admission for you to the fair is free. If you want to learn more about some of the artists that are taking part, they're actually listed online. Just visit bowartsfair.com. Linda, thank you for being here and bringing some items that we can check out, including
Yes.
your own.
yes.
We really appreciate it.
And I wanted to mention this is by Jim Kronk, local artist. It's
You
a,
want it, don't you?
Yes, I do.
She loves it. She told us before, she's like, I wish I made this. So yes, well,
And
thank you
did
for
you
highlighting
notice that
it.
it has a wood-turned rim on it? So
Yeah.
that's very unusual.
Very intricate,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
Yeah.
cool. One of many pieces you can see this
Yeah.
weekend. Well, we mentioned Mother's Day, so speaking of Mother's Day, Great and Pelican Cafe is cooking up some fun ideas to celebrate Mom this weekend. We'll talk sangria specials and a chocolate Mississippi mudslide martini. That's next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Well, if you're looking for some fun this Mother's Day weekend, you'll want to make a stop at one of the most charming spots along the Mississippi River. We're talking about the Crane and Pelican Cafe in LeClaire.
Yes, known for its fresh, locally inspired menu and cozy atmosphere. There's plenty for Mom to enjoy.
Yeah.
Here with those details is owner Mandy Harvey. Mandy, welcome back to the show today.
Thanks so much for having me. It's great to be
Yes.
here.
Oh my goodness,
Welcome
it's
back.
great to have you. It's always a lot of fun. Now, we got to break some news to everybody. We are a news station.
Yes.
Mandy, as expected, Crane and Pelican Cafe is booked packed for brunch
Darn.
on actual Mother's Day.
We are.
We're only a few days away,
Yes.
so I don't
Yes.
think anybody would
Makes
be
sense.
surprised by that. It's one of the most sought after spots to have a special occasion.
Well, thank you. Yes,
Yes.
we're honored that the Quad Cities has us all booked up.
Yes.
Yes.
But there's lots of other great things to do in the city of LeClaire, and you know, you could spoil mom at one of our other special events. We've got a really awesome 6-course dinner coming up on the 15th.
Ooh.
I
So
saw that to
Six
celebrate your
courses.
chef.
yes, my chef's been together with me for 6 years, so we're really excited about that opportunity. So there's another great way to spoil your mom at the
Yes.
Grand Pelican.
I've already looked at the menu, and it's fabulous for
Yes.
that event.
Yes.
And you can still book right now for Father's Day.
Gotta
So if you're
celebrate Dad,
watching
too.
us and you're going, oh darn, I
Yes.
can't believe I missed the boat on that.
Yeah.
Celebrate Dad at Crane and Pelican Cafe.
It'll be
Yeah.
the same all-you-can-eat buffet as we're doing for Mother's Day on Father's Day.
Oh, great.
So,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. Come join us for that.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you won't be missing out on anything if you do it on Father's Day. So
Yeah,
there
exactly.
you go. All right, so talk more about the restaurant because obviously, you know, beautiful riverfront there
yeah.
in downtown LeClaire, and you got a beautiful spot too, a very historic
that.
building. Look at the building right there.
Where our building was built in 1851. It's on the National Historic Registry. It's an experience just walking in my front door.
Yeah.
We're right on the river bend in right just north of the Quad
wow.
Cities.
Yeah.
So come and see us. We make all our food from scratch. We love what we do. And, you know, I've got the best servers in the Quad Cities,
so
hands down.
good.
So
Yeah.
we love spoiling people.
Yeah, people enjoy their experience always.
Yes.
And now we've talked about actual Mother's Day, but you guys are open on Saturday for lunch and dinner as well.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people do that. I mean, I plan to make a weekend of it. My
Yeah.
mom's coming in town. We're going to do some fun things.
Yes.
And you have a sangria special going on.
Yeah, we're doing
Saturday.
20% off sangria
Ooh, there you go.
all day on Saturday. And then our lunch business, we are also donating 10% of the proceeds to the Cody Elementary PTA,
Oh, great.
which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
I love my local elementary school and their
Yeah.
PTA, so it's a great opportunity to support local and to support our local school too.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can still stop in
Yeah.
on Saturday.
PTA does a lot of hard work. I don't think
They
that
do.
people realize.
So true.
Yeah, so in addition to the sangria, the customers can order a special Mississippi mudslide martini, which you're
Yes.
going to make and demonstrate for us here today.
Absolutely. Mississippi mudslides for mom.
Yes.
Great alliteration here. All right, we are going to do equal parts. We've got Kahlua, which is a coffee liqueur.
Gotta have that.
We got our 360 double chocolate vodka. Yum, yum, yum. And then made in LeClaire, Iowa, this
yes.
Irish
The
cream
Irish
liqueur.
Oh, it's so good.
It's
So
the
good.
best. And real quick, I'm going to demonstrate this chocolate drizzle.
Okay.
You just kind of squeeze and turn, squeeze and turn, squeeze and turn. And it makes these great little drips on your glass.
Makes it pretty.
And yes. And I made enough here in the shaker already. I'm going to shake it real quick.
Awesome.
Okay.
Love a good
All
shake.
your
Shake, shake,
liquor
shake.
bottles.
Absolutely.
Pointless, Morgan.
All right, I made enough for us all to sample.
Excellent.
And it's like
Look at
dessert, really.
It looks
you
like
know?
dessert.
Yeah, so we're
and
gonna.
it smells good too. You got to
Smells
Strain
so
it
the
good.
smells.
My mouth has been watering since you came in and you set up.
So we're also gonna put just a little bit of espresso powder
Ooh.
on top.
All right.
Yes. And
She's a
then
beaut.
Mississippi Mudslide martinis for
Okay.
moms. You really can't go wrong.
No, we can't. You should
or
have made
dads.
one for yourself. This is a celebration. Yeah, or dads,
Absolutely.
exactly.
What do you think?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. I
Excellent.
I adore this.
mean, anything with Irish cream is going to be really good.
That's so true. It's my favorite product they
I know,
make.
like every
Yeah.
holiday. Like I'm like, it's Christmas. It's time for
Get the
Irish.
Irish.
Bring
I
it
love
out.
it. I love
Yeah,
it.
it's so good. So obviously a lot going on, not only at your restaurant
Not
this
putting this
weekend,
down.
Yes.
but also other businesses in LeClaire as
Oh,
well.
there is so much going on in LeClaire. If you're ever just bored, just get in your car and drive to LeClaire. We got a great museum
Yeah.
to visit.
Yes.
We've got so many awesome retail shops. They're all locally owned. Lots of them are women owned. There's so many great reasons to support businesses in LeClaire.
Yeah.
Lots of them are running specials for Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all about spoiling mom this weekend in LeClaire, Iowa. So come and see us. We also have so many great outdoor opportunities. So if you want to get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather,
yes.
come to LeClaire.
Oh, I know. My mom's already mentioned it. Yeah, can we go to that like little town that we've been to before with all the shopping? And I will say,
Yes.
I saw it on Facebook, but we're talking about it here today. I mean, there is a Facebook event page that lists pretty much every business, if not every business in LeClaire,
Yeah.
and what they've got planned for Mother's Day weekend. Many of them Friday as well, but definitely Saturday and Sunday, offering all kinds of promotions. Obviously, there's going to be shopping, but then they're putting like live music in the in the stores, or they're offering like lemonade or cocktails or a bite to eat. So it's definitely a good spot to visit. And we also want to mention something coming up. So just roughly 2 weeks from right now, we've got Memorial Day weekend coming up. And that means Riverboat Twilight.
Oh, which is so exciting.
Yes.
Look at it. It's beautiful.
It is. It's the best. And it's the best $20 you can spend in the Quad Cities.
$20.
$20 gets you on an hour-and-a-half sightseeing cruise on the Twilight. And go to riverboattwilight.com to reserve your tickets. It is a beautiful experience. I go with my family every year, and I love it.
Yeah, and what's really cool is they do like very long trips, but they're going to be doing like on Memorial Day weekend, the entire weekend. You can do that shorter sightseeing trip.
Exactly.
It's just a good opportunity to get out there and try it. Like I've never been on it before.
No,
I've been on the Celebration Bell,
Yes.
but I've never been on that one. And what a unique experience that's really specific to us living here on the Mississippi.
Yeah, I wish more people in the Quad Cities knew what a treasure we have in LeClaire, Iowa.
Yes.
So I'm here to spread the word.
Yeah, we love that.
Come to enjoy the Riverboat Twilight. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, we can all be a tourist in our own backyard.
Indeed, we're blessed in the Quad Cities.
We certainly are. Well, thank you so much. And you want to make plans to spend Mother's Day weekend in LeClaire. As Mandy mentioned, I mean, there's plenty going on. So from May 9th through the 11th, you get all kinds of discounts, activities, and fun promotions at more than a dozen of the businesses there, including Crane and Pelican Cafe. So Mandy, as always, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for this delicious cocktail.
It's great.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it a lot. Yes, thank you. Just ahead on QCL, you won't want to miss the Glow Up Public Watch Party at the Figge Art Museum. How the entire family can enjoy the unveiling of Evanescent Field, a groundbreaking public art installation.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Get ready to light up your night in a whole new way. The Figge Art Museum is about to unveil something truly spectacular, a brand new public art installation. It's called Evanescent Field, and it is set to transform the museum's exterior into a dynamic display of color and motion. And to celebrate all of this, the Figge is throwing a massive community celebration. Here to tell us all about that is Josie Kokite, Director of Events at the Figge Art Museum. Josie, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Hi, Morgan.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. This is a really fun topic that we are discussing today. This is a whole community event. Everybody is invited to this glow up party. So what can people expect when they show up? I believe it is on Saturday, May 17th.
Yeah, so Saturday, May 17th, we are going to have the plaza open. It's a free public party from 7 to 10 p.m. We are going to have food trucks, live music. We are partnered and sponsored with Quad City Cultural Trust. We're going to have a face painter, caricature artist.
Oh, gosh.
Balloon artist, and trying to think of what else. I think ice cream and beverages, all of the things.
What I think is so great about it is, and I believe you're probably one to thank for this, being that you coordinate events there for the Figge, but it's like we got to get some stuff out there to keep some of these kiddos occupied, because we have to wait until it gets a little bit dark outside before we can do this whole unveiling.
Yes.
And that's because this public art installation is all about light. So it's called, again, Evanescent Field by Leo Villarreal. So for those who aren't super familiar with what we're talking about, can you kind of explain? We're showing the mock-ups right now. These are not actual photos, so no, we are not ruining this total surprise for you on the show. But kind of explain what we are about to see, what's about to change.
Yeah, it is going to be a remarkable moment. And when you're talking about entertaining kids for a little while, it's kind of like waiting for the fireworks on 4th of July.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, but I think bigger, because this is going to be such a historical moment for not only obviously the Figge Art Museum, and we're so happy to celebrate with the community, but really for our community and the Midwest. This is the largest public art display in Iowa. Wow. So this is going to be a huge moment for everybody involved, and you're going to want to be there to say, I was there when it was lit. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, I believe it was Melissa Moore, the CEO, that was on the show not too long ago, talking about, this has been a project that has been on the minds of the folks that built the Figge. I mean, this is something that they've wanted to do for years and years and years and years, decades, and it's finally happening, which is got to be an amazing feeling for all of you, but all of us as a community that love to support the Figge. Okay, so we know what's going on outside on the Bechtel Plaza. There's going to be all kinds of stuff for the kids. There's going to be food trucks and all of that. Talk about what's going to be happening inside the museum at that time.
Yes, yeah. One other thing that's going to be on the plaza real quick is going to be Snap Wagon as well. So we're going to have a fun photo booth outside, and then inside inside another opportunity. In the museum, we're going to have gallery access, so you can come to the museum, enjoy the plaza, head inside, enjoy the galleries.
Really?
Yes, we have some of our Quad City Cultural Trust partners are going to be in there as well. Like I believe Quad City Symphony Orchestra will have a table, possibly the Putnam, and then there's going to be activities for kids like scavenger hunts and hands-on art activities, and so much to do inside and out, as well as actually a community art project out on the plaza that will later, so all of the pieces that come together from this will later be exhibited in our community gallery as a full piece. So it'll be very cool.
So everyone can really take part in that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a cool feeling. Okay, so describe what's going to be happening. Kind of take us through the unveiling. I'm assuming everyone's going to start really gathering around 8:30. I believe it's 8:30 or 8:45 when it's going to be a special moment.
Yes. Yep. You are going to want to be there if you're not already there enjoying everything by 8:30. Between 8:30 and 8:45,
okay,
we will start kind of the sort of a brief sort of remarks, maybe ceremony, and a countdown to the unveiling. It's going to be. I don't know if you got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. We've been waiting for this moment. It's going to be epic. So excited. So then there will be the lighting, and then we have like more live music planned from 9 to 10 and things like that.
I'm just anticipating, yes, the applause and everything. Yes. And you just alluded to it. So there is an afterglow party. The fun does not end once the Figgy is lit up beautifully. So describe the afterglow party. You know, this is going to be for the grown-ups to go and have a little fun at the Figgy after hours, which is great. Yeah, it's going to be so fun. We have DJ Clive, so a live DJ. We have a glow cocktail that you're going to get to enjoy. That's included in the admission. You get a cocktail and then, of course, admission. We have the Culture Bright inflatable photo booth, so really fun photo opportunity. You know, great opportunity to gather with friends, be inside of the building while it's illuminated. We're also going to have the back patio open, so you can enjoy your cocktails out back, see the building from the kind of the riverside, and we're hoping you just dance the night away. And just truly enjoy yourselves. We're going to have like light up batons, and think of like intimate nightclub in an art museum. And yes, doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't.
That is very cool. Okay, so what do people need to do to secure tickets? Because we don't want people to get confused. The actual public event, that's the one that goes on until the lighting of the Figgy, for lack of a better term. The Afterglow event, though, we do want to make sure we're registered or we have tickets for that.
Yes, so I'm actually going to walk you through both. So the Plaza Party is free, but if you do RSVP online, you are entered to win a VIP package, which includes an overnight stay in downtown Davenport, 2 tickets to a VIP pre-party, and then also 2 tickets to the Afterglow. So you're going to want to RSVP online, even though it's free. Now, Afterglow. The Afterglow party, adults only, 21 and up. To register for that, you're going to want to go to figgyartmuseum.org or find the Facebook event. Tickets are only $25, but if you use code GLOW, you get $5 off. So you're talking about only $20 and the cocktails included. Sign me up. Yeah, very excited.
$20. I mean, that's the cost of a cocktail if you're going somewhere in Chicago or something like that. Okay, great. Well, here's all the info for you. The Glow Up, a public watch party, is Saturday, May 17th from 7 to 10 p.m. The Afterglow party runs from 10 until midnight. Again, for tickets, just head to the Figgy's website, figgyartmuseum.org. You are going to see everything you need right on the homepage. Thank you so much, Josie, for coming on. I think I know I'm excited for this, and I know a lot of other people are as well, so we appreciate it. Thank you. Coming up in our second half hour of QCL, local choirs are raising their voices for hope and healing. We'll get details on a powerful concert combining music and mental health awareness. And later, a local food drive is honoring Dr. King's legacy and making sure everyone can serve. Find out how you can help fight hunger and support inclusion.
And it's a tad breezy out there this afternoon, but hey, these temperatures very nice, upper 60s, low 70s, right where we should be this time of year. We have another nice day tomorrow after a little patchy frost tonight, but then a big warm up heading into the weekend. We'll have your first alert forecast coming up in the next half hour of Quad Cities Live.
Accurate and reliable. This is your First Alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Keel.
Well, we start off with temperatures very seasonable in the upper 40s in the Quad Cities, even some low 40s here to the north. We've had a pretty decent warm up today. In fact, today's kind of a pretty typical May day with temperatures getting into the lower 70s, although it's a touch windy out there. We've got those northeast winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusts upwards of 30 miles per hour this afternoon. So if you don't mind a little bit of wind, it's a very nice afternoon with with plenty of sunshine. Notice relative humidity pretty low at 45%. That dew point is at 49 degrees. We'll keep those dew points on the low side even heading into the weekend, where we will be seeing a very nice weekend with temperatures close to 80 or exceeding the 80-degree mark. But in the meantime, nothing but sunshine on the Everywhere camera network. This is going to transition to a clear sky overnight. It's portions of central and southern Illinois seeing some rain, even some severe weather there in portions of Tennessee and Kentucky. That's where that area of low pressure is still spinning in the upper levels of the atmosphere, cut off from the main flow. So that's helping keep our weather on the quiet side. We're not seeing any impacts from that other than kind of this blocky weather pattern that we've been experiencing. So we will have a pleasant evening tonight, but we could be talking about some patchy frost, especially north of the Quad Cities heading into the overnight hours. Then a taste of summer heading our way heading into the weekend and even beyond, with temperatures in the 80s. And then it's mainly dry the next 7 days, but toward the end of next week into next weekend, things are kind of leaning more toward a more active weather pattern. So we'll get to that once we enjoy this nice stretch of weather. Heading into the overnight, temperatures again upper 30s to near 40 here in the metro. Then a quick warm up tomorrow, back to the 50s, 60s, and yes, even some 70s tomorrow afternoon. Lows tonight, though, yes, mid 30s possible here to the north. There's actually some frost advisories northeast of the Quad Cities, so areas I would say north of Clinton do have the potential for maybe a little patchy frost. All of us do recover back into the low 70s here tomorrow, and it gets even warmer heading into the weekend. We're talking high temperatures in the low to mid 80s, maybe a few passing clouds here on Saturday. But look at Mother's Day Sunday. Very nice. 85 degrees. This is going to be met with some low humidity as well. So very comfortable this weekend. And yes, it gets even warmer here heading into next week. We'll have highs in the mid 80s, low to mid 80s here Monday through Wednesday. 86 here on Wednesday. But I want you to take note of those overnight lows near 60. Signs of maybe a little more moisture, maybe feeling a little humid, a little summer-like here by the middle of next week.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Music is a powerful outlet for healing, connection, and hope. And next weekend, on Sunday, May 18th, there's a special concert in Davenport putting mental health in the spotlight. First Presbyterian Church will host Sing My Child, a concert for mental wellness. Joining us with more information is Matt Bishop, Director of Music at First Presbyterian, and Lori Leopold from NAMI Greater Mississippi Valley. Thank you both for being here today. This sounds like such a cool event. I can't wait to get into it with you. So, Matt, we will start with you on this. So talk a little bit about this concert for mental wellness. How did this idea come about? How did you or your colleagues, how did they decide that they wanted to focus on this?
Yeah, so I had this idea actually a few years ago during COVID, because I plan concerts way in advance. It's one of the fun things I do, I guess. And so during COVID, we weren't performing, we weren't doing concerts, going to concerts or leaving the house a lot. And so I feel like a lot of things kind of came into focus when we had all that time at home. And one of those things for a lot of people was mental wellness. And there was a lot of conversation around mental wellness in greater volume than had been before. And when I plan concerts, I like to do thematic concerts. And the ones that are most interesting and exciting for me are concerts that mean something, that are powerful. And mental wellness, it just kind of made sense. So I started putting a lot of music of different styles together. And the other thing we do when we do concerts like this is partner with a community organization. Okay. And it made perfect sense to partner with NAMI of the Greater Mississippi Valley for this concert and highlight the great work they do and raise money to support that mission.
Yeah, which Lori, I want to talk to you about in just a minute, but I want everybody to know this concert event, it is free. It is free admission.
Yes.
People are going to want to go, especially once you start hearing about some of the music from Matt. But there is an opportunity there to support NAMI. And so that brings us to you, Lori. Tell us a little bit about NAMI and the work that you all do at that organization.
Well, first, we're very gratified and honored to be beneficiaries of this wonderful concert, and appreciate Matt and his musicians who are really, making mental health awareness. People focus on it, and so what NAMI does is we bring hope and healing to people who are living with a mental health condition and those who support them, so their families and friends.
Okay.
That's through nationally developed and free education and support programs, and they're offered throughout our region. We serve 5 counties in eastern Iowa and 3 in western Illinois, so
Wow.
a pretty broad region, and it's amazing what people will learn, you know, how to communicate with a loved one, how to take care of themselves, because that's important too.
Yes.
So it's a great wealth of information and support for our community.
Yes, absolutely. And many of your programs, they are actually led by people with lived experiences. And I know we've talked in the past on this show, but I always find that to be really interesting and important. Talk a little bit about why that is so important to NAMI.
It is really important because people want to connect with those who've been in their shoes.
Yeah.
They want to know that this person has walked the walk and not just talks the talk. They want to know that they've been through the same thing they have, and that also brings a real depth of empathy and understanding to and trust, absolutely. You know, to know that the person's, you know, the person who's leading this has been where you are.
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely. Okay, so Matt, let's talk about some of the music that we're going to hear, and there are actually multiple different choirs that are involved in this.
Right, there are 4 choirs on this program, 4 of the church choirs, the Big Sanctuary Choir, which is 50 to 60 people, the Chamber Chorale, which is an auditioned group, the Vesper Bells, which is a handbell ensemble, and the Quad Cities Youth Choir, which is based at First Pres.
Okay, and the actual choices of songs, they really run the gamut, so to speak. Like there's some classical stuff on there, and there's some more modern day music on there as well.
Yeah, I try to make a concert as interesting for everyone, not just the singers, not just for me, but for the audience as well. And we all like different styles of music, and I get bored. So there's music, as you mentioned, from classical composers who themselves suffered from mental illness, like Robert Schumann and Sergei Rachmaninoff, and also music from Broadway musicals. There's a song from Dear Evan Hansen. We're doing Let It Be by the Beatles and Africa by Toto. The big song on the program is a piece by a current composer named Jake Runestad, and it's called Please Stay. And it's a piece written for and about people who suffer from suicidal ideation.
Oh, wow.
So it's a really powerful piece.
I was just going to use those words. It sounds like it's going to be very powerful for people that are able to listen to that. What was it like coordinating all of this? I know this is something that you love to do, but coordinating 4 different choirs and putting this all together, and it's just, what, a week and a half away at this point?
It is. Thank you for that.
Sorry.
It's coming up, yeah.
Poor
I love doing this. I love the people I work with. I have great people in all of my choirs, and it's such a joy to get to make music with them.
Yeah, true. I can only imagine. And I loved what you said at the beginning of the segment as well, where during COVID, it seemed like we so freely spoke about mental wellness. And, you know, as we started to see that slip a little bit as we got back into what we would consider the norm, that's tough for people that, you know, were kind of making those strides.
Right.
So it's great to see that you're doing something like this in collaboration with NAMI. Sing My Child, a concert for mental wellness, is set for Sunday, May 18th at First Presbyterian Church in Davenport. It starts at 4 p.m. We've got all the information on the screen. Once again, free admission, but donations, any donation of any amount will be benefiting NAMI Greater Mississippi Valley. Matt and Lori, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Wonderful job. Yes. Coming up, the spirit of service is alive and well in the Quad Cities, where a 2-week food drive is underway, led by an organization promoting inclusivity. How you can help, next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Martin Luther King once said, everybody can be great because anybody can serve. And that's the spirit behind the food drive underway right now across the Quad Cities.
Yeah, in honor of Dr. King's legacy, the Arc of the Quad Cities, along with the Quad Cities Disability Coalition, is leading a 2-week food drive. Sarah Wright and Sue Gadiant from the Arc of the Quad Cities are joining us today with this very important initiative. Ladies, welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. All right, so let's start with the basics here. So talk about the MLK Junior Day of Service food drive and how this all got started. I know you started earlier this week, but how did this in general get started in the past?
This is actually our 4th year with this project, and it has grown over time. It is now a bi-state regional effort that involves pretty much every city in the Quad Cities. including Eldridge, Silvis, East Moline, Rock Island, Moline, Davenport, Bettendorf.
That's great. And look at you.
All the Quad Cities, everyone, everyone
That
gets to
is
donate.
it. Yeah, totally. Everybody that you can think of in the Quad Cities.
Wonderful.
And we really couldn't do it without our partners through the Disability Awareness Coalition, which are the ARC, Hand in Hand, Davenport, Parks and Rec.
Yeah, you have so many organizations that you guys partner with, which is incredible because it reminds people of all the organizations that we have here in the Quad Cities.
And that kind of also goes about what makes this project so special is that it involves people with disabilities who are picking up these items and bringing them back into pantries. So we're filling hearts and pantries.
Yeah, we love that. So where can people drop off these food items?
We have all the area Hy-Vees all the
Making
way
it
out
easy.
to Eldridge on both sides of the river. We have all the local libraries in the Quad Cities and surrounding
Look at that
areas.
list.
Gigi's Playhouse, there's a number of different ones. Davenport Parks and Recs has them out in some of the local golf courses. And
So no matter
all
what,
over.
you'll find somewhere close.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
You'll be reminded of the need anywhere you go.
Well, let's talk about some of the items that are needed. What should we be looking to donate specifically?
We have a new goal this year is to bring in cans.
Cans, all right.
Yeah, so canned
All the
items
cans.
are kind of our focus.
Oh, yeah, we got some
We have a challenge, is a 10,000 can challenge.
Okay.
So
Wow.
let them roll in, everybody. Bring in your cans, anything from canned soups, canned fruits, vegetables. Those canned proteins are really important.
Yeah.
The beans, the tuna fish, corned beef hash, things of that nature.
we're not going to turn away the other things, the non-perishables. We will take them, but we just decided a 10,000 can challenge. We know that the Quad Cities is a great place to live, and knowing how much our food pantries are really in need, they'll live up to it.
Yeah.
Quad Cities will help us out.
Yeah, we always step up when we're in need of the food. And, this obviously fights food insecurity, but this also kind of raises awareness about inclusive volunteerism because everyone should be included when it comes to volunteering.
Well, we are our best selves when we are in service of others, and that's really was part of Martin Luther King's mission and vision for our country. And so by including people with disabilities, it really has that inclusivity right on the nose.
Yeah, well, and talk a little bit more as we see some folks here on the screen, some pictures that you guys provided. Talk a little bit more about what it means to all of these folks that are involved. I mean, the pictures that I'm seeing, big smiles, there's a lot of pride there.
They thrive.
Yeah.
They look forward to this. When we start talking about, this project coming alive, not only people from the ARC, but all of our other partners, they just look forward to this and being able to be a useful part of the community and give back.
And our partners, the folks at the libraries, our partners at the Hy-Vees, the Hy-Vee store managers, they really look forward to seeing our folks coming in.
Yes.
Because they have that joy and that service to mission.
Yes, it goes a long way. There's smiles on their face, and they like to be included, and they're very important people in our society. That's for sure. So obviously, this is going to have a big impact here in the Quad Cities. But what do you hope the overall impact, beside fighting food insecurity, will be for our community?
Martin Luther King's vision was a more blessed community, and we are, like I said, when we're in service to others, we are embodying that mission.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and last question. So for families and individuals, as we have you on the spot, for families and individuals, they want to help out. They don't really feel like they're in a position right now to maybe donate very much or anything at all. Are there things that they can do to be of service to you, to your organization? Are there ways that people can volunteer with you and things like that with the ARC?
Oh yeah, we have actually our May of Caring coming up, which is the entire month of May. So usually it's businesses or just single volunteers can help us clean up our group homes and get our outdoor spaces looking fantastic for the summer season ahead. That is something that would be really, really appreciated.
Perfect.
So please reach out to us.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Okay, well, thank you both so much. And if you want to learn more about where to donate and who's involved, visit arcqca.org/food-drive. That'll take you to all the information you need for this food drive. Once again, thanks for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Well, coming up next, it's Throwback Thursday, and one of us will take us all back to the 1990s.
Friday on Quad Cities Live, Monster Jam is roaring into Vibrant Arena at the Mark this weekend. What to expect is these 12,000-pound machines thrill crowds with unbelievable stunts.
Plus, putting the spotlight on one of the most charming communities in the QCA. We'll have a preview of Hello Geneseo as we prepare for our live broadcast from the historic downtown on KWQC at 5 and 6 o'clock. That and more Friday at 3 right here on QCO.
All right, it is Thursday. We've made it. We're past the halfway point
yes.
of the work week right now, and that means it's Throwback Thursday.
Yeah.
We can start with you. I like yours the best, and I tend to like to save the best for last.
Yeah.
So let's start with me.
Okay, we'll go with you.
Because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Mine is like very on the nose.
Sure.
So I'm throwing it back to Mother's Day in
look at her.
2022. Look how little and cute
I
she
know.
is. Okay, so Darby and I took a little girls trip to Florida. We went to Longboat Key.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it was her first time seeing the
beach.
ocean.
Oh,
And so
look at her. Little
at her.
diva, I love it.
with her little, she was ready to get her sandcastle stuff out. That was about
Yeah.
5 minutes after we arrived at the hotel, by the
Oh,
way.
so
She
you
was
just
like
went right to it.
already out there. So yeah, and I just
Always
like
the
have all
ham.
these, she is a ham, and I have all these like really fun pictures.
Oh, the
So we had a great
aquarium.
time. I didn't realize how beautiful that area was. I'd never been
Yeah.
there before, how
I don't think
beautiful
I ever
Florida
have
was.
either.
I just knew I could get a flight there from Moline from the
Yes.
airport and make it really easy. It was like the coolest way to spend Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a blast and came home with a literal bag full of shells.
Oh, yes,
from the beach.
we've done
So,
that as well coming from Florida.
Yeah,
Those
very
kids
cool.
love their shells.
Yeah, so I'm throwing it back to 2022, but I wish that was present day, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
like-
You wish you were down there right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
now you go.
All right, so we're going back to the 90s. So in
Yes.
honor of Hello Geneseo, I'm feeling very nostalgic. So I spent some time in Geneseo. I went kindergarten through 5th grade at Geneseo
Quite a
Schools.
bit of time.
So we're going back to the 90s. This is my first grade picture. That was my second grade picture. I think there's another one where I'm with a group of my friends. I don't know what we're doing here, but you could probably pick out which one's me. I think we're on a field trip or something, and they were like, hey, do something silly for the camera.
Of course, gotta have a silly
But
photo.
the 1997 and 1998, and I wasn't going to do this to Jake, but Jake Eastburn and I went to the same school for 1 year. So we probably like saw each other on the playground and didn't even know it.
Didn't even know that you'd be working
yeah.
so closely.
I know. So yeah, going back to my very fond memories in Geneseo as a young kid.
Well, I got to see that photo of Jake Eastburn.
Yes.
He's every bit as cute
Yes.
as a little kid as he is now. So
Looks the same.
I love that story. Yeah,
Yes.
wonderful Throwback Thursday. We want to thank you so much for watching QCL today.
Yeah, your news at 4 with Sharon coming up next. We'll see you back tomorrow.